What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Bench Time. I'm Ben. This is Tyler.
You know what it is.
And I want you right now to go like and subscribe this video and our channel as well. I mean, subscribe is at that point. Go ahead and do that for us. We would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching as well. We are walking into week 3 of the NFL season.
I'm running into week 3.
You know what? I'm kicked back, relaxing.
Ooh,
going into week 3.
I'm ready. The season's already flying a little too quick. It feels like it should still be week 2.
I agree. I already don't like that it's week 3. Like, we were waiting all year for this.
I feel like we were just talking about week 1 like a week ago. But anyways,
terrible.
Let's get started with your Green Bay Packers. Shall we?
Green Bay Packers.
They go into Cleveland, and you guys are 8.5-point favorites.
Which is really nasty, but guess what? I think we'll probably win by 10. So, like, exactly 10, honestly. I think it's probably going to be 9.5 instead of 8.5. But
27-17, nasty score.
It's just something really weird. Yeah, honestly. But Green Bay, I think, will easily win this game. So should not be an issue.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on a Green Bay and their spread at -8.5. I like it. The Rams go to Philly, and the Eagles are 3.5-point favorites, and I am on the Rams in an upset here. So obviously, I will be taking +3.5. I just think that Rams defense is very good, and I think their offense is also very good. And the Eagles, yeah, they beat us and they beat the Cowboys, but there were some flaws there. I mean, they don't throw the ball, and they're going to have to against the Rams. They can't just rely on that run game the whole time. And now that this year that teams are expecting it more, and they've been able to prep for it, especially the Rams in their D-line, I think this is an upset brewing here.
I am also going +3.5 for the Rams. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Philly still finds a way to pull it out. Until I know the stats looked pretty poor for this passing offense so far, but I think when they really need it most, I think it's going to come to life. I'm the one who was dogging them last year and see what happened, and I already apologized. So I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to say that this team's going to be fine because once their passing offense gets going, which it could be this game because they're going to probably beat. I don't. It's hard to say, but I feel like this game could be more high scoring than not.
Oh yeah, I think this game is like
right,
Bills Rams kind of game from last year.
I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
They both get 30 points here. Maybe slap it over if you don't feel comfortable with what it is. You know what sucks is last year I was really high on the Eagles. Even when they were like all year, I was saying the Eagles, like, don't sleep on them. But I did not know they'd play us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, honestly, dude, you literally were all season. You were like, dude, this team is going to be absolute crazy.
They started 1-2 or something.
Nobody believed you until.
Yeah, I remember even saying, and I was like, dude, they've got the pieces there. They just got to get their crap together. And then all of a sudden they're playing us, and I was like, why? But yeah, I think the Rams get an upset here. Moving on, the Colts at the Titans. The Colts are 3.5-point favorites.
We got a full 180 here.
Yeah, I'm taking another upset here. I'm not too high on the Colts quite yet. They remind me of a 2-0 Saints squad from last year. Yes, they haven't punted at all, and it looks really good. But I think the Titans' defense is a little underrated still. I'm going to be a little high on that until they're putting up 30 points a game every week. But I think this Titans squad is going to fight pretty hard. And it's a divisional game. They're home. Cam Ward looks more and more comfortable by the week.
Yeah, I thought he looked really good.
So yeah, I'm going to take the Titans and their spread, obviously, +3.5.
I'm going to do the full 180 because they've bit me in the butt the past 2 weeks. They'll probably bite me in the butt again. I think the team around the Colts, besides just Daniel Jones and how he's playing, they have a good team. Like, the defense is not a bad defense. Like, Latu has been a great addition to him since last year's draft. I mean, he's proved that he's going to be their edge rusher for a while there.
Jonathan Taylor's back.
Jonathan Taylor's running wild. I mean, I'm not going to sleep on them until I need to sleep on them. So I'm going to go Indianapolis and covering the 3.5 points. Tennessee's just been, it's just been a little lackluster. I do think they're going to put it together, but I'm going to say for this one, not yet.
Yeah, it's definitely. I just feel like that spread is a little close for how the Titans have been so far and how the Colts have been.
It's
like
almost,
you're telling me the Colts haven't punted yet and they're not even 4-point favorites. Like I feel like this should be 6.5. Like if I'm betting the underdog and the Titans, which I realistically probably won't. This game is too nasty. But I mean that I'm going to see what those odds are real quick on the Titans. Those odds can't be that good.
Mind you, that those 11 drives that they were scoring on, the ones that they didn't score on, they didn't punt on. They just turned over on downs. It was 4th downs, and they had a couple of those and a missed field goal. So I mean, it's still been like, I mean, they're moving the ball, but yeah, the punting thing, I watch them come out their first drive this week and punt the ball on the first drive. I could see that definitely happening after all this talk that we've heard from them.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, the Falcons at Carolina Panthers.
Carolina
Panthers. The Falcons are 6-point favorites, and I will take that. And yeah,
I like their defense. I like the young edge rushers. They looked good against that Minnesota front.
They did.
Really got to
Their
JJ
secondary
McCarthy.
Looked better even without AJ Terrell. He went out in the game.
Yeah. I think in Carolina, I mean, you get pressure on Bryce Young, and he's either going to – it's really no in between of him getting out of the pocket and making insane plays, or he's going to just completely break down and throw pick after pick. It could be both. He could literally go pick after pick and then come back like last week against the Cardinals.
Right. And then the Falcons, I think their offense is still getting it together, but I think it's just going to keep clicking week by week.
Yeah. Atlanta -6 definitely is going to be the
Darnell Mooney just got back this week too. So
they're going to figure it out.
Yeah, I think they're going to figure it out this week.
We got the Jets traveling to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 7-point favorite in this one. From what I saw, give me Tampa Bay. I know that it was a tough one with Houston, but Houston's defense is good. I'm not going to discredit that. And they still have Chris Godwin out. A couple wide receivers banged up here and there. Ibuka got hurt mid-game. They had to strap up his leg to his hip, and he couldn't run routes as fast as he was, breaking out of cuts. So it was a little struggle bus, but they got it done. I think they're going to get this done.
Yeah, I agree. We're both on 7 here. I think that's actually low for the Jets not having Justin Fields most likely.
Yeah.
And how they looked last week. I mean, we've seen the Jets without a quarterback.
I think you get this line now.
And their defense isn't as good. Yeah, I think you get this line now because I think this is going to move to 10 by Sunday.
It'll move to 8.5 via Breeze Kings, though. We always will make sure that you get the right.
I just think them winning by a touchdown is pretty doable.
Yeah.
With how the Jets have been playing and how the Bucs look so far. So,
all right, we got Vegas at Washington this week. Washington's pretty slim margin here for a Washington team that was so dominant last year, but has been a little rough to start the first couple of weeks. 3.5 points they are favored by. I'm on Washington. I'm on the 3.5 points. I think they're going to be all right. Max Crosby is a really good football player, but they don't have the rest around them like Micah Parsons and the Packers did. I think they'll be all right. They're going to get this dub. They'll probably win by 4 with how the Bucs been cooking us with this.
Yeah, this game makes me feel gross. I'm not touching this game, but if I were to, I would take Washington to win. I think Marcus Mariota, if he plays, which is looking like he's going to over Jane Daniels, I think he's got enough experience to get it done. But I think the Raiders are going to keep it close because I don't think the Commanders will get out in any sort of lead. The Raiders just got humbled last night. So I think Pete Carroll will turn it around a little bit and it'll be a lot closer. Plus, last week I took the Raiders plus 3.5. This week it's Raiders plus 3.5.
So we're doubling down,
I'm
baby.
doubling down. That's how they want you to do it.
All right.
And then if I lose it, third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm, exactly. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about the Colts bet I made. It's like I've already screwed the pooch on them twice. All right, we got Pittsburgh at New England. This should be a pretty good game. You would think two good defenses, but they've just really been letting up some points this year.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's walking in to New England as a 1.5-point favorite. And I'm going to be all over it because I think they played a rough game. They're going to bounce back. I'm going to take Pittsburgh minus 1.5.
Yeah, I think this is actually one of my favorite bets of the week. They just lost in another close game, and I think the Steelers are pretty pissed for what happened last week. And New England, they're still not – I still haven't figured them out yet. They're not anything scary right now. And if the Steelers defense can get it together, which they have the pieces to do, now's the game to do it against a nasty New England game. I'm going to bet on this game to be raining because it just sounds like a raining game.
This does sound like a raining game.
An
absolute downpour.
I think this is going to be a defensive battle, actually. And how Rodgers has been playing this year so far, yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh over Drake May and Patriots.
Yeah, I think that Steelers defense could kind of get their stepping stones back here and play a little hard defense.
Yeah.
So I'm on that. Cincinnati traveling to Minnesota with the backups on the line. We got Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. Minnesota's favored by 3 at home. I'm on board. Give me Carson Wentz minus 3. And we've seen it from Kevin O'Connell every time he coaches a player like this is like, you're going to see them just have a good game.
Yeah.
I like Carson Wentz to probably throw a couple touchdown passes. I think he could give one to JJ and give one to give him to Thielen, man. Let's get Thielen going again. Hey, let's get him rocking.
Yeah, I also like Minnesota and minus 3. I think their defense is still pretty solid. And I think, well, we know the Bengals don't have a defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also going to be a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase battle that could have been amazing like 48 hours ago. But literally, I think Carson Wentz gets it done. I could see him getting a passing and a rushing touchdown, maybe sprinkle that in. But I think a sneaky one here, a sneaky bet, is a TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh.
Anything with him, yards, receptions, sprinkling in a touchdown, I think it's a game for TJ Hawkinson. He hasn't gotten going yet. And Carson's going to look for that reliable tight end in TJ Hawk first. I mean, he's always been kind of a tight end reader first.
Wentz to Hawkinson sounds like something that would have been going on back with the Eagles whenever he was playing there.
Yeah.
Like, that's his tight end. You know, I mean, he was thrown as a Zach Ertz back then. So.
Right, yeah. I really like something with TJ Hawkinson here.
Yeah.
Too. So, moving on with the the Texans at the Jaguars. The Texans are not favorited. Yes, you probably would have thought they were because I thought they were. They're not. They're 1.5-point underdogs, and I will be taking the Texans and the 1.5 underdog.
All right. I am also on board the Houston train, as you've heard from the recap video. Please check that one out if you haven't already. Houston is going to get it going. I think this is a perfect game for them to start getting it going. I really like this underdog pick this week. Houston plus 1.5. You just take the money line straight up, I think, here. So.
Their defense is good enough to keep them going. The question is, can C.J. Stroud handle the pressure from Jacksonville? Yes, because Jacksonville has no pressure at all.
Yeah, they got one fast guy that they picked in the draft.
Yeah, there's no one there that's scary for pressure at all.
No.
So, and they just barely lost against the Bucs, who have good offense and defense. So, yeah, I think this is a good one here.
All right, we got New Orleans at Seattle opening up the 3 o'clock games. I like Seattle, and I like them to cover 7.5. I think that they might just go on a little roll here with these opponents that they're facing. I mean, to overcome and beat the Steelers 31-17. Yes, it really is more like 24-17 because of that stupid mistake by Caleb Johnson, I believe his name is. But yeah, I'm on board. Seattle minus 7.5. I like them to win by 8 or more.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Seattle to win, but for some reason I like the Saints to cover 7.5 here. Um, I think if the defense still plays solid like they have been all year, and Spencer Rattler and Kamara can get going, I think this game could be pretty close. Seattle, I mean, week 1 they looked horrible, and week 2 they looked good. So there's some discrepancies there with Seattle, and I don't think their defense is that crazy. So yeah, I think if Rattler and Kamara gets it going, then it could be a close game. I think 7.5 is too much for the Seahawks.
I was looking at it, and it's funny because you look at New Orleans and Seattle, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this a divisional game? It's like, no, it isn't. But it really, like New Orleans at Seattle, it seems like two teams that would be in a division.
Yeah.
Even though one's in Seattle, Washington, and the other's in Louisiana.
Yeah.
You're like,
These teams got history too. I feel like they're always close. I mean, when I see Saints in Seattle, I think of Marshawn Lynch's
yeah,
beast quake. Run.
yeah, Hasselback versus Breeze in that game. Yeah, honestly, that's iconic. That's an iconic game in a moment. Denver going to the Chargers. This is a big boy AFC West matchup here. Denver losing a heartbreaker. Chargers, I'm on board. Give me the Chargers minus 2.5 at home. If it was in Denver, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The Chargers don't really have a home crowd, so for the most part. But they might now, as this Chargers team actually starts winning. So,
me personally, I wouldn't bet on this game. If I were to, I would take the Chargers in 2.5 too. But something about Denver being 0-2 just is a little scary with that in a divisional matchup. And
Denver's 1-1. They beat the Titans week 1.
Oh, that's right, they did. Either way,
but coming off a heartbreak loss like that at the Colts does prove some fundamental.
Yeah, this game just screams nasty for me.
This screams AFC West, stay away, don't touch it. Just don't maybe an under. It's probably like 30-something.5 because they probably think that don't even touch it.
Yeah, maybe do something with the quarterbacks and their yards because they both like to throw it.
Yeah,
but I would personally stay away from that one. The Cowboys go to Chicago and play the Bears. The Bears are actually favorites, 1.5-point favorites here,
which I don't like. And what this is telling me is that whenever it's 1.5, they still aren't for sure what's going on here. So in this case, aside from the next game we'll talk about, I'm going to take Dallas plus 1.5 here. I think Dallas finds a way to get it done in Chicago. I know that defense looked rough against Russell Wilson, but he just had a vintage Russell Wilson moment. So I think it should be a little easier.
Yeah, I will take Dallas and plus 1.5 too. I can't figure out why the Bears are favorites. Maybe because they're at home and that's why they're just giving them that 1.5-point favorite. But I mean, if Dallas was home, this would be like 3.5. I think 4.5.
Yeah.
So, Chicago still looks awful. And I think this is a game for Dallas to get above 500. So,
yeah. All right. Arizona going to San Francisco. San Francisco's at home, minus 1.5 as their spread. Mac Jones looking to lead the charge, most likely once again. I'm going to just ride with them. This is kind of my screw you to that Arizona fan in our comments section. This was for you. San Francisco minus...
Bringing them up.
I've beef with this singular person that's probably never seen a single thing. San Francisco minus 1.5. Love it, honestly. I think they'll get it done in San Francisco. That defense is still good enough to get it done.
Yeah, I'm not touching this game personally.
I'm not
just
either.
Because I mean I would take Arizona and the plus 1.5, but this feels like just a pick'em game. Like just close your eyes and click on something, and I think you're just better off with what happens there.
Literally, yeah.
backup quarterback with the 49ers and no George Kittle. They looked good last week, but can they do it again this week? And then Arizona, they're 2-0, and they didn't really look that good either. You know what? No, I'm flipping. I'm going San Francisco money line.
A waffler.
I'm waffling. I'm going San Francisco money line and their spread. As I'm talking about it, the Cardinals aren't going 3-0. Come on now. What are we talking about?
It's pretty nasty, especially going into San Francisco to do it, too.
Yeah.
All right. Now we got the Kansas City Chiefs coming off of another loss, but are probably going to bounce it back hard at the New York Giants. Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites, a full touchdown. So this is the first time the books have been pretty positive here for the Chiefs. So I'm on board. Give me Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm on board.
6.5.
Normally big spreads with the Chiefs are not really good, but I think this is a get-right game. I don't care if the Giants just scored 30-something points. They scored 6 the week before that. So I think this will be a defensive game, and I think at the end we're just going to pull away probably exactly by a touchdown. So the books know something here. I think we literally win like 27-20.
I was going to literally say that.
So
score. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. Monday Night Football. We got a banger of a Monday Night Football game.
This is a good game right here. I'm more excited for this game than the Chiefs game. I'm not going to lie.
Detroit going into Baltimore. Baltimore's favored by a pretty substantial 4.5 for how both these teams play. I'm on Baltimore at home. Monday Night Football. That crowd doesn't matter. The Lions defense just isn't up to my standard yet for me to be trusting them in these games. So I think Baltimore probably could win this by a touchdown. Could be even 10 points. It could be a little worse off than we think it could be.
I'm taking Baltimore to win as well, but the spread is weird for me. The first thing that popped in my head when I saw it was, okay, so two teams that could easily beat each other, I feel like. Why is that spread so large when you've got Dallas who's not favorited, you got Houston who's not favorited? Like maybe there's something I don't know, but why is this spread way too big?
Questioning it's spread. You know, that's what you got to be doing.
Yeah.
Here.
So
4.5's a wild number.
This
honestly.
game feels like it should be 1.5. This game feels like it should be a pick'em, but
this
I don't.
One's a 1.5.
This
game.
is what makes me wonder. It's like, why is it 4.5? Are they trying to get everyone right now? So I'm going to go with the Lions plus 4.5. I think this could be a legitimate 1-point win by one of these teams here.
Honestly, yeah. Just like week 1 with Baltimore and the Bills. Literally.
For me, like sometimes it's easy to go through the games and kind of make your own spread of what you think it should be. And this game just feels like it should not be 4.5. It should be 1.
Yeah.
Whoa. This guy disagrees with
me. He's a Detroit fan. He got up here pissed.
Yeah, the Lions fan behind me.
Yeah, fortunately.
All right. That does it for our week 3 picks. We hope we win you guys some money. We hope we kill it like last week. And stay tuned for the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you.